Can you believe that there was no isekai that I'm aware of? I'm not counting Isekai Quartet. Any isekai that came out last season? Can you recall any? I don't think I recall any. Me, not whatsoever. Very interesting. But don't worry, because spring gonna have you a fistful of isekai. Except for ReZero. No, sad faces only. Well, at least I got something to look forward to in the summer. Anyways, this I have been seeing being promoted on the Moshoko Tensei pages on Twitter. And I'm like, I saw the trailer to this, and the trailer was god awful. It has rock music, and the rock music did not fit with the theme whatsoever with the animation. It was terrible. So you tell that the promotion team don't know how to do their job and need to be fired immediately. Then in the trailer, they showed you try and impress you with their god awful CGI. Please watch our show. We have god awful CGI. Thank you. I will. And exactly what I did. It is called The A Sun. Are you kidding me? I'm like over here, this freaking title. Are you kidding me? I don't know what's up with Japan. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what their editorial team is thinking, who or their manager, whoever runs that shit when it comes to publishing, who keeps allowing them to write these god awful titles to these stories. Like, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? He's barely in a dungeon, and he's not really picking up girls. The girls just come up with him. He's not really picking them up. So that's a start for another day. But these titles are getting on my last damn nerves. I'm tired of these titles. I can't take it. These dumb titles are getting on my. I can't do it. Well, there's subtitles. I don't give a fuck. You don't need all that. You don't need that. Okay? And then you're trying to make people laugh at your story. And there's stories that are meant to be taken seriously. Okay. Well, anyways, the show already starts off with me already hitting those things that a lot of anime do. Where they show the later parts of an anime and they bring it into the very beginning as an introduction. Do you not have no faith of how the book starts? Let's start the book right there. My life, by the time I got reincarnated as slime, which they could just call it slime life or something, didn't do this. It was great. I hate shows that do this. It means you have no confidence in beginning the introduction stage of your work. And it's sad. Some shows can do this because it makes sense. Like someone who's on very high power or someone who's very famous, and they show how they went from rags to riches. Okay, that's cool. But then most of the times they're narrating how they got there too. But again, you don't have to narrate. It depends on the show and how you go about it. So I guess I could let this one slide. And I did. So it starts off with a salaryman. He is a salaryman. And he seems to be living in a very nice house. He knows how to cook his own food. But there's another thing I have a problem with. What is up with these Japanese writers not having such narrow-minded thinking? They do the same thing what other Japanese writers do so much, it's ridiculous. Like, when they do an isekai, modern isekai, it always has to be, the main character has to be a neat loser who wears a tracksuit, or it has to be a salaryman who's not appreciative of his life. Every time, there are other people in your world, other people in your country, hell, other people in your freaking neighborhood, but you probably don't go outside to check. Now, do you? I don't know. But most of the time, that's always been the case, because I hear these interviews with these writers, they're always saying how they never really go outside or interact with much people. So since they less interact, they know so little about their outside world. Because of that, their writing becomes shitty, because they don't know much about the world around them. That's the problem with a lot of these Japanese writers. They don't know anything about the outside world. It's a shame. So anyways, back in the day when they did isekais, before, the 2010s, there were all kinds of people who were getting isekais. There'll be a delinquent, there could be a punk, it could be a girl who's very athletic or smart, One person can be cool, one is going through a very shitty life and they wish to run away. All kinds of people in isekai. They weren't just neats, otakus, or nerds. They were different kinds of people in isekai. Inuyasha, Kagome, was a normal girl who was very athletic and pretty good at her grades, and she was isekai. And plenty of other animes where they were isekai, and it was still good. Now, these days, it's always got to be two people, two kinds of people. You always have to have regrets and all that stuff, and it's just so damn annoying. You can't execute this right. Versus, what if someone who's very successful, but they feel like they have a lot of regret in their life, and they have done a lot of wrong, and they wish they could do it again? Then they get reincarnated and see it as a second chance, and they don't want to have that global success they had before, but instead wish to live a normal life, or just pick a different directional route. Do that. Somebody, please. Anybody out there. Anyways, it's been too long of that. And he move on. Then while he's eating his food, all of a sudden he dozes off. And then he wakes up in another world already as a 5-year-old kid at a wedding party. No explanation. No explanation. Fucking. Well, then what about Sense of Bookworm? That lady died. Yeah, exactly. Died. The lady died and she switched bodies with a little girl named Mine. Yes, but however, it was a soul swap. When Mine died, the original Mine, she died and went off to heaven. While the other Mine, the other girl, woman died and she took the body of Mine, and that's how it happened. That's exactly what happened. This makes no sense because he just wakes up, or like he's dozed off or something, and he's all of a sudden a little kid. So here's the questions. Was the little kid always there? Was the little kid had his own life, his own consciousness, his own memories? Did the kid die at the wedding? He was looking at his nice food and he dies at the wedding? Is that what happened? No, we don't know. Or did he just awaken his memories? How? He didn't bump his head or anything. He was just looking at his food. Come on. Come on. Make some sense of this, people, please. God damn. Ugh. Anyways. So, he only panics for a while. Doesn't even panic for a while. And he's eating food. Okay, he's eating the delicious food. This is not something I want to nitpick. It's just a nitpick. This is a nitpick. For those of you who should know, the food that your grandma makes tastes better than the food of nobility back during that time period. Just to let y'all know. It's like how celebrities back in the day with good health care insurance or TVs, we actually have better TVs than them now. But Matt, that's a different time. Exactly. So the guy who could make his own food saying all of a sudden his nobility food tastes better makes no sense at all. Because food back then wasn't all that to the modern person. We have more seasonings, we have different flavors, we can store our meat better. Everyone can store their meat better. We all have refrigerators at home. We have salt, we have ice, we have sauce, we have herbs, all that stuff. And it's easy to get them at this dollar store. So this right here made no sense. But then again, nitpick. Now, so anyway, he moves on. He has one of his big brothers tell him that, what's going on. Then he's relaxed at first until the next morning. He realizes, no, he has the 8th son. You hear the names of the sons spoke. Screw them. We're not focusing on them. Who cares about the other sons? No good introduction. No good character development. No personalities. It's just, these are just my older brothers. That is it. No focus. In fact, no one really stands out besides him, and even he don't barely stand out himself, which is pretty interesting, I must say. But still, it's come on, give us some characters, man. Don't just let us just focus on this kid only. Let the other characters shine too. I guess we'll get that later unless some chick. We'll see. So anyways, he's freaking out, and he starts trying to learn more about the world. So he starts reading. He's reading about the world, not much lore to it, nothing interesting. A snooze fest again. And now it's time for, this is not a nitpick, this is something I am tired of too. And this goes out to a lot of writers out there in Japan. When he's reading the book, not many people in his family can read books or let alone write, but he can. He's from another world. Get this, another world. This is what you call when you put your culture into the wrong kind of setting. It's dumb. The books, the words, the writing, the language is all in Japanese. Why is it Japanese? You are in a medieval setting of medieval culture. So which is mostly Western. So how in the hell do these people have the language of Japanese when they're Westerners? Hell, you can make an entirely different language. Make some zigzags, little things here, and there you go. But no, everything's in Japanese. I don't know if it's just for the anime or probably manga. I haven't read the books because I don't want to. But why? You see, it's very important. Where you live will determine most of the times of what kind of language you speak, what you write. It'll be your first main language. It's like me coming to America, living in America, but everyone is speaking Japanese. Even though our culture of speaking Japanese doesn't make any sense because we're an American. We came from a Western culture, so therefore we speak English from the UK. It makes sense. So you can tell the writer was being lazy and being lazy with most of this stuff. They just want to write a very quick cash cow to get some unearned income by writing a ridiculous novel and making some money off it. By all means, hooray for capitalism. By all means. But don't expect people not to rip on your story. That's my God. No. I've seen it so many times with a lot of things that don't belong in the isekai because everyone wants to do a Western medieval culture all the damn time in these isekais. So when I see some Japanese culture in it, I lose my mind because it doesn't make any damn sense why it's there. Like I saw one where they're using chopsticks. Why are you using chopsticks? Why are you bowing your head when you say someone? We don't bow our heads in the Western area like that. They at least kneel or something. It makes no sense. It doesn't belong there. But it's there. And then he tried to text his magical mana capacity. It's extremely high. Then he meets a strange man in the forest, which he decided to teach him how to use magic. And then he goes off into the outro, and the outro is just him running and looking up the stars. Yay. This anime is so unoriginal, it's killing me. It is killing me of how unoriginal this anime is. It's like I'm getting Kenja no Manga vibes. At least it's taking its time. Unlike Kenja no Manga, at least it's taking its time. But then again, this guy's already a duke at the age of 15 because, remember, he went to this world at the age of 5. And then 10 years passed, and all of a sudden he's already a duke. So maybe at least Shin in Kenja no Manga was still a student around that age. So we have to wait and see what's going on here. This shitty writing, man. I can't wait for Mushoku Tensei to be an anime. It's gonna be beautiful. It's not gonna have no shitty CGI. It better have good pasting. Or I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna freaking lose it. That's all I have. I don't hate it. I'm just really nitpicky because I'm this fed up with it. Why did I put myself over this? Because I guess sometimes in life you just gotta cringe. Anyways, I'm not gonna give any true final thoughts. This is the first impression. I'm probably gonna get a couple more episodes before I really tear into it. But when it does happen, you'll know. I'm laughing because some of these things like, you know it's gonna be bad. You already know. Why are you wasting your time? You know already. And if it is, Next video might be freaking 20 minutes for all we know. That's all I got. I gotta stop before I go more on the troll. So, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been the background on Anime. Signing out.